Hi guys, welcome to the new video. And today was my second round for one company, and there was one more interview today. So I'll discuss what all questions were asked to me. So in second round, again they were like as I said, they will focus on what I'm working actually and how I worked on it. So basically, they were asking my branching strategies and how will I how I am deploying Kubernetes cluster, how I'm monitoring it, how I'm securing it, and why we are using different kind of environment like QA, prod, pre-prod, and then, what was the most challenging task that I worked on? And if there is any scenarios or errors that you have faced, how have you optimized codes and tell us about that? So yeah, this was the experience of my second round of one of the company. Then the another interview that I had with another company. So actually in their job description it was written that they actually want a cloud engineer on AWS. So mostly the questions that were focused on AWS cloud roles, like why if you are doing VPC peering, okay, if you want that two VPCs should communicate and you are doing VPC peering, then what is happening, what are you actually doing in VPC peering? Okay, how are you doing it? What is actually happening? See, you know the term VPC peering, but what is actually happening in VPC peering? Okay, that was one of the question. And what are the limitations of NACL, and what are NACL and security groups? And there was one question that suppose there is a DDoS attack. You came to know that there is a DDoS attack. Now it happened. Like you, whatever security was there, leave it. It has happened. Now what will you do? Like how will you do it? So yeah, you will block all the traffic in Knuckle. That was the base thing. I don't know. There can be more suggestions, but I'm just telling you the questions that were asked. Then how are you like I want to start the VMs once the developers have started the development. So I want some codings, I want some automation that my VM starts then. So how will you do it? Maybe I answered that there can be AWS Lambda we can use, and or something like this. We'll create a pipeline to start the VMs and everything. Then there was a question that if suppose like like he said that I have to connect, like I have to trigger one Lambda, AWS Lambda function, and that should connect with some WebSocket, and that WebSocket should connect with DynamoDB. So there should be some communication happening. How will you build that communication? Like what will you do? So I said, "Ki IAM roles, we'll create IAM roles, we'll define trust policy and all this thing." Then he said that we have multiple regions of AWS and I want to list the instance of all the regions. Okay, there should be a list of instances of all the regions. How will you do it? So basically, we will be having a AI IAM role, and we'll be assuming that role, and we'll create the token, and we will configure the region that will be as an input, not a hard coded value. And accordingly we'll use AWS EC to describe instance, and we can query it with the running ones like this. And something like if how are you setting up ingress, like tell me how are you setting up ingress, what is Helm, and so, and if there is suppose any issue with it, like if you come to office and somebody told you that production is down, so what all steps you'll follow? Like how will you debug it? How will you process it? So then he asked that I want to I want that there is some when we in Terraform he asked that how will you how will you set up modules, and how will you like give me from scratch that how will you write the code, and you are setting up modules, how will you write the code, and what actually you will do with Terraform TF state file, like how will you back it up, or where will you store it. And then the question was that suppose there is a issue that whenever you are doing Terraform apply, the error is coming, so you have to remove that error using only two commands, that is Terraform plan and Terraform apply. You only have two commands and you have to remove the error. So what will you do? And then the question was that where do you store your like how do you deploy your Kubernetes cluster using code deploy, how you do it, where you store your manifest file, and where are you storing the key sensitive information, everything. He asked that. And then so yeah, that's all for today's whatever the questions were asked, I have updated you. So I think it will be helpful for everyone. So yeah, that's all. Bye.